Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for the love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of this episode, we're quickly going to recap on the previous. And it was a little bit of a good episode, the previous one, because there was 6 points available to win in the Premier League. It's been around 5 or 6 episodes since we've actually had 2 games in the episode that were both Premier League games. But of course, in the previous, we faced off against Burnley and then Watford. The Burnley game, we absolutely dominated, but sadly only managed to win 1-0. I was made up with the result. We scored 1 goal, we get the 3 points, but felt like we could have scored a few more goals. And then the second game was against Watford. Now sadly we did concede. The game finished 3-1 and it was Watford that went 1-0 up. From what I can remember, the ball came in from Gerard Deulofeu and it was Deeney who scored. They scored, I think, around 10 minutes in, and then eventually we got into our first gear, got up to that second gear, scored the first goal, and then we cruised from there on and went on to win that game, of course, 3-1, which I was super happy with. And then in today's episode, guys, you can see, firstly, we're in the round 6 of the FA Cup where we are facing off against Frank Lampard's team, Derby. And then the second game in today's episode, you could kind of say, is a derby again, and that is against Everton. And I do believe this time around it's at Goodison Park, so I'm super excited for that. I also just quickly want to mention, guys, I'm trying to make sure I keep on top of the comments. I always reply to you guys, but sometimes it's worth me just looking and actually talking about something within the video. So what I quickly want to mention here is, and I'm hoping I don't pronounce your name too wrong, but his name is Kuru or Kuroro the Creator. I'm going to go with that. And he said, man, the series just keeps getting better. Could be a little bit more realistic, but it's one of the best career modes he's watched. So firstly, what I want to say is thank you so much for saying it's one of the best career modes you've ever watched, because that just means so much to me. But what I quickly want to address is he said it doesn't seem very realistic. And one of the points that he pointed out basically was, Brad, your starting 11 changes a lot. When you're coming up against the likes of United and Chelsea, you wouldn't be playing Dani Alves at right back ahead of Trent. Now I understand that. It's also like, why aren't you playing Van Dijk? Why are you playing Jimenez and Lovren? So what I actually touched on, I left this in the comment section, but I want to let you guys know, in case some of you are actually thinking it, I tend to not play a player unless they are 95 to 100% fit. So basically, as you can see now, this is the lineup that we're going to be putting out against Derby. We've got Mane on the left wing, Correa at striker, Shaqiri on the right wing, Gini Wijnaldum linking up with Milner in the central midfield, Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, Tierney, Jimenez, Gomez and Alves at the back, with of course Alisson in goal. Now you can see the green bars all underneath those players. They are all fully fit. Now quickly before that, I had the likes of Henderson in there, I had the Ox, I had Firmino, and you will see now why these players aren't getting played. So the first one, Lovren, he was playing in Gomez's position at that right centre-back. He's not fully fit. Same for Henderson. Lallana is not far off. He's about 95, so if I didn't have Milner and Gini that were fully fit, I would probably play Lallana. The Ox is a little bit low for me, so I wouldn't personally play him. Around the Henderson mark, you can see there how much green he's got left. I would say that is about 95% fitness, and I would probably play on that. Lallana's probably about a 98, 99, that's fine. Salah, a little bit lower than I would have liked. He's probably around the same as Henderson, maybe a little bit less, but again, wouldn't really risk it too much. Sessegnol's a bit low. You got Robertson, Bobby, Trent. Now, some of you guys might think, Brad, do you know what? The way Alexander-Arnold Trent is, and Robertson, and Van Dijk, and Naby Keita, and Bobby, I'd play them with that fitness, and I fully understand that, guys. I've seen other career modes where they do play the team, even if they're not fully fit. The problem with that is FIFA this year, or I do believe they brought it in FIFA 18, if the player is not fully fit, he's more at risk of actually picking up an injury, and that's something that we don't really want to happen. We're so deep into this season now. We've been very lucky. I mean, we've had Robertson out. I think he was out for 5 weeks, come back after maybe 3. Van Dijk was out for 6 weeks, come back after 4. We've been very, very, touch wood, we've been very lucky with injuries, and I think that is for the simple reason, because I'm rotating the team so much, keeping everyone fresh, keeping everyone fit, we don't have to worry about certain players picking up an injury. Of course, if it was a really bad tackle and someone broke a leg or an ankle, not much you can do on that half. But I could play Bobby now at 80% fitness. By the end of this game, he's going to be down to, say, 30, 40. Let's say he recovers and gets back to 70 for the game against Everton, and then I play him again. He's going to come down to 10% or 20%, and he's just going to be more at risk for injury. So that is why I rotate the team, and I just thought that, I'm hoping I'm not killing your name, Kuroro the Creator actually brought this up and said this is one of the reasons that it's not fully realistic. The other reason was about the fact we just signed Jimenez in the summer transfer window, and then we've also just got Godin, which are the 2 big centre-backs from Atletico Madrid. Now, I understand that we've just signed 2 big players. They are not our Southampton. They might be our Southampton in this career mode, but they're not a team that we constantly raid for their best players. But it looks like we have done that. But guys, I try and keep this as realistic as possible. I have from the start, any players we sign. The free transfers were a little bit different. That's something a bit different that I've never done before, signing players on a free. But as for transfers, I've tried to keep it as realistic as possible. But I just wanted to throw that out there, guys. And if you ever have questions and want me to mention it in the video and cover it in the video, then make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. But let's go ahead and get into this game. It's the round 6 of the FA Cup. Not long to go now, guys. And why I'm talking about the FA Cup, somebody said about Brad, you're always playing such a strong team in the likes of the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Reason for that, guys, is I'm going for the quad this year. I'm going for the Champions League, the Premier League. We've done the Carabao Cup, and I'm also going for the FA Cup. If we win all 4 this year, I promise you next year I will be playing the kids. Now, I've said this in the comment section. Some people said, Brad, the kids, what does that mean? I mean the young players. The likes of, Alves will still get in the team. Players that are low rated, maybe a little bit older, or also young players. So we'll have like Ben Woodburn coming back. He'll get in the team. Rotated to the main starting 11 aren't playing in the cup games. And you know what? If we get knocked out of the FA Cup and we get knocked out of the Carabao Cup, it's one of those things. We won it in our first season. The second season, I'm looking at expanding, building the squad, bolstering it out, and going for the Champions League and Premier League once again. But let's get into this game against Derby County at Moulton Road and hopefully progress through to the next stage of the FA Cup. MassiveBrad versus Frank Lampard. Our tactics are good for this one, guys. You've seen the lineup. It's a little bit rotated. But we've got the big man, or 2 of them, the super subs, Angel Correa and Xherdan Shaqiri playing on the right wing and striker for ourselves. I'm looking forward to this. And the player to watch, Mason Mount. 4 goals in his last 3 matches. I am not surprised why Frank Lampard is playing him right now. He seems to be in form. Let's go ahead and get into this first half and hopefully be absolutely cruising this by half time. Nicely done, Mane. Keep the pressure on. Good lad, Mane comes away with that ball. Mane should have plenty of pace here. He's done well, so well already. Referee! And there's a penalty after 1 minute 58. Well. Tell you what, Mane, he battled for it. He ran into the box, and I tell you what, that is a terrible, terrible tackle. I mean, I know that Mane has got the pace, but he missed the ball completely. Mane is going to be the man to step up to this, but I don't think I'm going to have Mane take this. Realistically, not really sure why it's telling me how to take a penalty there. I think I know how to take a penalty. It's got to be James Milner, hasn't it? The captain. Let's go ahead and try and bury this in the top right corner. Come on, Millie, put that away, son. There we go. It's more at the bottom left, but you know what? I'll take it. 2.5 minutes in and we're 1-0 up against Derby County in the FA Cup. Here's Correa playing it over to Gino Wijnaldum, going back through the middle to Correa. We've got Milner wanting to get in behind. Here's Milner going to hit one, edge of the box. Carson with a huge save. Here's Milner over the far side for Dani Alves. Milner looking round that corner now to Angel Correa to strike. 2-0, 7 minutes in. We are going to cruise this. We are absolutely going to cruise this. Tierney through the middle for Gini, laying it straight off to Milner. I'm going to strike this with Millie. Takes a deflection, and is Mane going to keep it in? Mane does. Going to put a nice little dink ball in now. Milner, overhead kick from Milner. And that's not something that you normally see James Milner do. And now I understand why. Millie going for the acrobatic overhead kick. And look at this, they're going to try and get him behind here. Gomez is going to have to come across. Ball into the middle, let's mark this up. Ball into the middle, back of the net. And I'll tell you what, Mount, and he was the player at the very start of this game. They said he was the one to watch. And what an absolutely incredible strike. Don't know if he's a striker, maybe a midfielder, but that was a decent strike right there. I've got to say though, I thought Alisson would have done a little bit better. He's normally, acrobatic. He's punching them out the back of the net. But Mount absolutely puts his laces through that one. Look at this, ball into the middle. Should have dealt with it better. And on the volley, you cannot lose the ball there. And there we go, the referee blows for half-time at Moulton Road. I'm a little bit gutted that we haven't kept a clean sheet in the FA Cup, if I'm completely honest. We're playing very, very well right now. But realistically, we could have had 2 or 3 goals. They scored one of those goals where I'm like, you know what, it shouldn't have went in. It should have went in. He was in too much space. He put his laces through it. There's not much else I can do. But I'm going to jump back into the second half, exactly the same squad. I'm going to push for some more goals. Now, we scored 2 within 8 minutes, and we've scored none since then. So let's go ahead and look for some more goals. Hold it back, give it into Fabinho, go into Angel Correa, lay it off to Milner. This is nice footy now. And again, look for Shaqiri. Shaqiri to cut this back onto his left foot. Looking to bend one, just wide. Oh, thought that was going in the top left corner there. And nicely done, Millie intercepts straight up to Shaqiri. That is a beautiful little bit of football there. Shaqiri on the inside, looks to bend one, and he's put it over the bar. The referee has blown there for full time at Moulton Road. We progressed through to the next stage of the FA Cup. We beat them 2-1. But that could have been 5-6-1, let alone 2-1. How Shaqiri didn't bury his 2 chances when he took it on his left foot, I have no idea. But you know what? I'm happy with the result. I mean, look at the stats, to be fair. 9 shots, only 3 on target. That is not good enough for it. I thought we had a lot more on target. Plenty of shots, but we weren't consistent enough. But we have to make sure we do that in the next game. We are playing Everton. It's the Liverpool derby, and it's in the Premier League, so we have to bag the 3 points and push on to hopefully go 29 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Right, and here we are, guys, back at the Central, ready to face off against Everton in the Liverpool derby. We are, of course, at Goodison Park, and we will look at bagging the 3 points. You can currently look at the standings of the Premier League. It's a little bit messed up right now because we've only played 29. United have played 31, but currently how it stands, Everton and United are on 54 points, as well as Wolves. I did miss that, sorry guys. But currently, all joint in second position, we are 24 points clear. No matter what, it doesn't matter whether they played 31, 29, 30, we are 24 points clear now. If we beat Everton, that will grow even more. So I'm looking forward to getting into this game against Everton. You can see the lineup is one of the strongest lineups we can possibly put out. We've got Mane on that left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Salah on that right wing, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita in the central midfield role, Henderson in the central defensive midfield, Robertson, Van Dijk, Lovren and Trent at the back, with of course Alisson in goal. I'm also going to have to look, guys, sadly, to play Lovren a little bit more because he is fuming at his role in Liverpool's squad. So we're going to make sure we're playing him a little bit more. We don't want him to, say, right, that's it, I'm going, sell me, I want to go, because right now we need to get to season 2 before we make any choices of what we're going to do with the team going forwards. But I'm looking forward to this game. There's another 3 points up for grabs in the Premier League. But the main thing is, guys, as well, we want Bobby to score because right now he is battling for that golden boot at the end of the season. But let's go ahead and get into this game at Goodison Park and hopefully bag those 3 points. Here we go. The game that divides families. The Reds versus the Blues. The Liverpool derby. It's always going to be a good one. They call it the Merseyside derby, but let's be honest, it's the Liverpool derby. Don't kid anybody. Oh, this is going to be a big one. I mean, right now you've got to remember, we've already beat Everton earlier in the season, but they are fighting to stay in that top 4 right now. Wolves are breathing down their necks. United are up there. Spurs are bursting forwards now. City and Arsenal are on their way up. They cannot afford to be dropping these points, especially when the likes of Wolves are doing so well right now. Looks like Tosun is the man to be watching. But let's go ahead and get into this first half of Goodison Park and hopefully be going in at half time with a decent lead. Go round looking for Mane on the outside of the boot, and Mane has robbed them. That is a beautiful steal there. Come on, Mane, dance your man. Good lad. Look for Bobby back post. It's coming in. Naby Keita's there. It wasn't a great shot. I don't really know what happened there. I'd like to see the replay. Did he chest that? Did he actually kick it? Ball into the middle. He went for the chest / shoulder and thought that was going to end up in the back of the net. Well done, Naby. Look round for Henderson. Nice little ball there through to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Go for Salah now. Salah's through. Salah to Ben one. Pickford with another huge save. We're doing well at the moment, lads. Let's look for Van Dijk once again. If we can get Van Dijk on this, there should be no reason this ends up in the back of the net. Van Dijk's there. Hits the crossbar. Bobby! It's cleared away. Naby Keita to strike one on the edge of the box. He's hit the post. Bobby! There we go. Is it offside? It's in. Sorry, guys. It was so quiet then. I forgot that we're not at home. What just happened there? And I literally said Bobby on the header, and it was actually Lovren. Naby Keita with an absolutely ridiculous strike. Bobby then volleys it. It takes a deflection off the Everton defender and ends up in the back of the net. Not much Pickford could do right there. He's down on the floor. He needed his defenders to do a better job. They didn't. And Bobby Firmino has just put us 1-0 up against Everton. And out of everyone that could have scored, it's the man I wanted to. Bobby Firmino. Get it over to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain through the middle to Bobby Firmino. Uses his strength. Hold the ball up. Naby Keita. 2-0. That is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Naby Keita has been deadly since the start of this game. He's already striked the post. He come very close early on in the game. And now he's just scored. He is absolutely deadly right now. Look at this. Bobby holds up. Nice bit of hold-up play by Bobby. Plays it through onto Naby Keita's left foot and buries that in the bottom right. Pickford should probably do a little bit better, but he doesn't. And we have knocked this Everton side now. I'm pretty sure the confidence is gone and we can push on for the win, lads. Play it in to Bobby. Here's Bobby. Back to Henderson. Laying it straight off to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Chamberlain's through. Oh, it should be 3 there. Come on, Salah. Dink it in. Ball into the middle. Naby's there. Bobby's there. Oh, it's onto the top of the net. Stay calm, stay collect, lads. Play it around the corner now to Naby Keita. Go on, Salah, make a run. Naby looking to ping that ball over the top, looking for Salah. And Salah is going to be in behind here. Nice little ball now. Salah putting it in. Mane's there. Mane puts it over the bar. Just over. Let's win that. Nicely done, Lovren. And there we go. The referee blows for half-time at Goodison Park. We're 2-0 up. We're dominating Everton right now. They're seriously going to have to come out and change something up if they want to get anything out of this game. But right now, they do not feel like a team that are in the top 4. Either that, or we are just unstoppable. And I've said it so many times. Who is going to step up and stop us progressing through and just pushing this gap bigger and bigger and bigger? Let's go ahead and get into this next half and hopefully look for some more goals. Here's Bobby. Here comes Bernard. Ball into the middle. Let's deal with this, lads. Tell you what, Tom Davies gets there. And it's just wide. Looking around the corner to Firmino. Looking to Naby. Looking to play it out now to Salah. And Salah could potentially be in behind here. Referee! That's got to be a penalty. And there we go. Salah has won us a penalty. And there's only one man to be taking this. And wow, it's Fabian Delph playing at left back. Normally we're seeing Leighton Baines. But it's actually Fabian Delph. They must have bought him from City. Catches Salah. He's too quick. Delph was never going to catch him. And of course, we've got to change this to Bobby. We would love Bobby to get the golden boot at the end of the season. So it's got to be Bobby Firmino to take this one. Bobby to try and smash this in the left side. Strikes it and it's a save from Pickford. Oh, Bobby's going to be gutted. Bobby is going to be gutted. That was a decent penalty. Nice and low into that bottom left corner. But Pickford gets to it. They're going to go for a shot. It looks like they're going to go for a shot. No, they're laying it off. They're going to shoot now. Tell you what, woke up there. We've got to deal with this. Alisson comes out with a massive dive. Let's throw this out and try and get a counter-attack going. Here goes Mane. Over to Naby Keita. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to have Salah in millions of space here. Salah is going to be in behind. Surely this is going to be another goal here. Salah to Ben 1. Too easy. Who's not on the right side of the pitch right now, but I'm playing it through to Bobby. Playing it through to Salah. Let's go, Salah. Dance your man, Salah. There you go. There you go, son. And again, keep going, Salah. Here's Lallana. Looking round to Bobby. Bobby to finish here. Bobby Firmino. There we go. There we go. Nice little bit of ticky-tacky football there. Nice little short passes. Falls to Bobby, and I'm only going to hit it with him. And he scored 2 in this game. 3-0 up in the 80th minute against Everton. That is the result we want. Look at this. Salah dragging it back into Lallana, drags it across goal onto the penalty spot. Bobby Firmino in front of keeper, right foot. He doesn't miss many of them. Look at that. Bending it into the top left corner, beating Pickford between the sticks. And surely that was the final nail in the coffin. There should be no way Everton come back and get a draw or a win from this game. Bobby going to look at playing it over to Salah over this far side. It's a beautiful ball over to Salah. Let's beat Delph. You've got this. Nicely done, Salah. Salah to shoot. Salah! Oh, Pickford with a massive save. Lallana just lay that up now. Here we go into Fabinho. And there we go. The referee blows for full time at Goodison. It's another win under the belt. The boos around this stadium are massive. Everton fans cannot be happy with that result. They're battling for the top 4 and they get absolutely annihilated. What they've got to remember is we are Liverpool. We are top of the Premier League. And at the moment, nobody is stopping us. We just keep on pushing. And look at the stats. That is going to be the biggest match I have ever played with that kind of stats. 22 shots, 15 of them being on target. There is going to be so many highlights in that game. I have no idea how long this episode is going to be. And here we are, guys, back at the Central for the final time in today's episode, and we have got some amazing, and I mean amazing news. Not only, as you can see in the top left corner, am I now an 88 rated manager, which is absolutely unbelievable. I'm hoping to break in to the 90s by the end of season 1. You can also see Bobby is now 2 goals clear. He is the top goal scorer in the Premier League with 16 goals. And even better news than me being an 88 rated manager and Bobby being top goal scorer of the Premier League, we are now 27 points clear. Does that mean we have won the Premier League? Can anybody catch us right now? There is 8 games to go. 8 times 3 is 24. I cannot see right there how anybody can catch us because nobody is within 24 points. Now, my maths could be terrible and it might not even be 24, but from what I can see there, we're 27 points clear at the top. There's only 24 points, up for grabs in the remaining couple of games. Now, if you look at United, they've already played 31, so they only have 7 games, which means they can only bag 21 points if they win all their games. Realistically, does that mean we are ending today's episode, episode 29, officially, or unofficially, because we're technically not at the end of the season yet, Premier League winners. Now that is absolutely unbelievable, and that is a high note, guys, and that is exactly how I want to end today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, and I'm sure you will have, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family, and I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.